Hello, puzzle pieces. Today we're going to talk about karmic ties and how to break free from them.
1, 2, 3.
Karmic relationships are the hardest to break free from. They are passionate, intense, and it seems like an endless cycle. Most people get stuck in karmic relationships because the lesson is hidden, masked by love. People that are in karmic relationships don't even know they're in karmic relationships, but here are some signs that can help you. Number 1, ups and downs. Every relationship has ups and downs, but you can tell that you're in a karmic relationship when the ups and downs turn toxic. Number 2, stunted growth. You can tell that you're in a karmic relationship when you feel that the relationship is not going anywhere, it's not teaching you anything, you're not growing, the other person is not growing. Number 3, you feel bound. You feel bound to this person by loyalty. You want to go your separate ways from this person, whether it's a friend, family member, relationship partner. You feel bound. You feel bound by loyalty. You want to get out, but you don't see that there is a clear way out. And just know that it's okay to have loyalty to others, but use your discernment. Do not extend yourself so far to someone that you are hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself financially, you're hurting yourself emotionally, mentally. You have to take care of yourself first. If you are not good, then you can't be good for anyone else. Last but not least, disappointment. The person is constantly disappointing you. You can give them chance after chance, but they always seem to let you down every single time. It reminds me of that Lauryn Hill song, X Factor, and she said something like, every time you fill me up, you always seem to find a way to let me down. And that's how you can know that you're part of a karmic relationship, because this person always finds a way to disappoint you or let you down, regardless of how many chances you give them and regardless of how you feel like they changed. They always show the same patterns. So now let's get into how to break free. For starters, you can simply just cut ties with them. And there are different ways that you can cut ties with people. There's a safe way of cutting ties with people with the help of Archangel Michael. And on my Instagram, ES Connecting the Pieces, and it's in the description, I'll have a detailed step-by-step instruction on how to cut ties with the help of Archangel Michael. Now, the only thing about cutting ties is once you actually cut that tie, you actually cut that string, there will be no hopes of you guys ever coming back together. So if you're cutting ties with someone that you were romantically involved with, once you cut that tie, no matter what happens within you guys' life, even if you guys reunite, you will not end up together. You would not be back together. So that's just something to consider. Just be very sure that you want to really detach or disconnect from this person. Next, you can always just go cold turkey. You can completely disconnect from this person, stop talking to this person, stop being around this person, block this person on every platform of social media, block them, block their number. I don't know about if this person knows where you live or not, and if they're the kind of person that's just gonna, show up at your house. But you can definitely try the method of going cold turkey, and with this method, the pros of this method, going cold turkey, is that it shows you that you can live without this person. Life does go on without this person, especially if you have codependency issues. This is a really good method that shows you how little this person impacted your life, and makes you grateful of all the other good things and wonderful aspects that's going on with your life. Now, the cons of using this method, the cold turkey method, is that it is karmic. It is karmic. And whether you go cold turkey or not, that cycle is not complete. And so regardless of how long you go cold turkey on this person, whether it's days, weeks, months, years, you will eventually bump into this person again. You're gonna see this person again. You're gonna hear this person again, because the cycle is not complete. And even if it's not that same person, the universe will send somebody else around that's exactly like that person for you to finish the karmic cycle. One of the easiest methods to break in karmic ties is to simply identify the lesson. Evaluate the situation. Try to see what is going wrong or what you need to learn from that situation, and that will help you actually complete or finish out that karmic cycle. Now, in the beginning of the video, I said that, the karmic, the lessons are well hidden. The lessons are well hidden. So if you can't identify the lesson, then just simply start making different decisions within the relationship. Because remember, karmic is a cycle. So it's patterns. If you're doing the same thing and making the same decisions, you're going to still be stuck in that loop. But if you start making decisions that you've never made before in that relationship, then instead of it being a cycle, it starts to go off course. It starts to go different directions instead of in a circle. So if you're not able to identify the lesson to actually complete, finish, pass this karmic lesson, then simply just start breaking patterns. Do everything differently. If you always say yes to this person, start saying no. If you talk to this person a lot, slowly stop talking to this person so much, Slowly stop hanging out if you're always hanging out with this person. If you're lending this person money, start holding back. Start doing things differently to break the patterns. If you break the patterns, you break the cycle. Last but not least, you can break karmic cycles by simply comparing and contrasting the situation. And you can do this by writing down how this person treats you and how this person makes you feel. Write that down. And on the other side of the paper or the notepad or in your phone, however you want to, take these notes and write them down. But on the other side, write how you want to be treated. Write how you want to feel in this particular relationship. And it doesn't matter what relationship, it can be family members, it can be romantic, it can be friends, it can be a work situation. Whatever karmic situation that you are in, write down how you are feeling being in this situation, how you were treated in this situation. And then on the other side, write down how you want to be treated, how you want to feel. And once you have that visual, compare and contrast it. Compare and contrast it, because sometimes when we are in situations, we are blinded. Our vision is unclear. We're not sure really what's going on. Sometimes when people are mistreated, they don't understand that they're being mistreated. You know, they don't understand that they're being given less than they deserve. So when you write it down and you compare and contrast, you have an actual physical representation of what's going on. You have a physical visual. And sometimes that helps a lot more to see things on paper. It's right in front of you. And this method can be very beneficial because, everything is there in front of you and it's written down. And you can actually evaluate and assess what's going on. And that can prompt you into making different decisions. And I use the word different because, like I said, karmic is a cycle and it's patterns. And so, it's easy, it's easy to break, but it doesn't seem it doesn't seem clear in that moment because, things are different and situations are different when you're actually in it. It's hard to assess what's going on when you're in the middle of the situation. But if you're standing on the outside of the situation, you get to see all sides. You get to see everything a lot clearly. So when you do the compare and contrast, it's you getting to stand on the outside for a while and assess the situation a lot clearly. And once you get to assess the situation clearly, you're able to move differently. You're able to make different decisions. And most importantly, you're able to break those patterns that have you stuck in that circle, that karmic cycle, because different decisions, as I addressed earlier, is going to create different pathways. Before I end this video, there is a movie, like a thriller, scary movie called The Caller, and it's about a young lady. She's running from an abusive husband, and so she hides out in this apartment. And the movie takes a weird course and turn because she's constantly getting phone calls from this old lady. And the old lady's asking her questions, and she's like, hey, stop playing on my phone. No one by that name John lives here, so leave me alone. But the lady's like, hey, I just need a friend. I just need someone to talk to. So the young lady, starts a conversation with the old lady, and they are really getting to know each other. And the old lady confides in her and says, hey, I've been abused too. And so the young lady was like, well, if I could go in the past and do things differently, I probably would have killed, my husband. And so that sparked the idea with the old lady. Spoiler alert. So sorry, spoiler alerts, okay? Because it goes with this lesson. But that sparked the idea in the old lady, who was like, maybe I should do that, But, and she ended up doing it. But the old lady turned out to be a ghost from the past, and her calling that phone was just like a repeat of history, a cycle. And if the young lady would have never given that advice to that older lady, then the cycle would have just kept going in a circle. But once she gave that advice, the older lady did something differently. She wasn't stuck in a pattern anymore. She wasn't taking the abuse anymore. What she decided to do differently was take her husband out. And, instead of it being a constant circle, in the movie, the younger lady learned that created a different path from, the paranormal world and the physical world. So it just unleashed a whole can of worms. But relating that back to our lesson and breaking karmic ties, the lesson is If you don't want to be in a cycle anymore, do things differently. Break patterns, even if it's small. Even if it's small, just start doing things differently, and I guarantee you new pathways will open up. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. There will be more videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Instagram. There's pretty good things on there. There's personalized messages. You know, if you keep seeing rabbits, you know, there's the spiritual meaning of rabbits and how it relates to you and your situation. You know, animals and insects and synchronicities. You know, check out my Instagram because there's really good information on there for you, especially if, you know, you have questions about how to get rid of negative energy. If you don't have any sage, I know how to get rid of negative energy from your household just by using a broom. And if you're interested in cutting ties with the help of Archangel Michael, go on my Instagram. I'm going to post today a step-by-step instruction on how to cut ties with the help of Archangel Michael. Thank you guys. Have a good day. I'll see you next time.